Hello everybody. Right, so this is the first video on my channel. Oh, should I talk about my channel? I don't know. Anyhow, this is my first video that's on another channel that, anyhow, I just want to find some stuff out about Rive, and basically if I write a whole load of stuff down, it's just not going to make any sense, so I figured I've got to do a quick little show and tell of what I've got so far and why it's not working, or not. I don't know why it's not working. I'm asking. This is my question. I'm asking why it's not working. So hopefully someone can help me. Please. Pretty please. Okay, thank you very much. Anyhow, so this is... I just moved something. Let me just quickly go to my next screen. Let me move myself into the right place. There we go. So I tried... I really liked this tree concept. Where you can like change the height of the tree and change the size of the bush and everything. The tree bush and stuff. So I very quickly knocked this up. Oh, by the way, let me just quickly say that this video is in hidden mode, so I'm not going to have this on the thing showing, because I just don't know about sort of asking these things. There won't be an answer on there properly. This is specifically for here, but I figured I'd put it on YouTube and just send a link to it. But anyhow, so I've got the bush here, I've got the tree. This is that whole blend mixing business where you can make the bush bigger or the trunk and everything. And so I figured that would be a great example to test out, and as I was trying to do it, I hit some hurdles, but then got around some of those hurdles. But I've got this final hurdle, and I've got a clue what's going on, and I feel like this is one of those great hurdles to sort of like, that will be a good learning, whatever it is, you know, where a lot of stuff's going on, and then you reach this pivotal moment, and then suddenly it branches you onto a lot more. I forgot what that's called now. Anyhow, one of those. So I will show you what I've got so far. So I've got the bush, as you can see, the bush. This might be a bit small, I don't know, but so all I've got is a bush, which is a group, and I've got the freeze, whatever it is, alignments down the bottom. I've got ellipse, great, there it is, ellipse with a nice little bit of, ooh, that's lovely, isn't it? And then I've got a trunk, which has got bones in it, bones, and then I grouped the bones. It worked before, grouping the bones. I was trying out grouping the bones, see if this worked. I've got the custom shape, which is basically just a bloody rectangle. And then, yeah, the path, whatever. And I've got the path, and it's all connected up to the bones, them bones. And, right, so if I go to root bone... By the way, root bone is basically attached to both the bottom points. And then bone 1 is like 90% of the top points. Don't know why I did the 10%. But anyhow, I just had a feeling about it, so I went with it. So, based on that, so I'm in the animate mode now. By the way, let me just say... The amount of times I'm working on something and then I realise that I'm in animate mode and I'm like, ah! So, but there's nothing you can do about that. That's me having to train myself to click on design when I'm doing design stuff and then animate when I need to do animate stuff. Right, so here we go. So I've got the state machine, I've got the entry, the blend, and then currently I've got the 3 inputs for default, bush, grow. So default, bush, A bush, A grow. I don't know why I put an A at the start to say it was an animation, whatever. So default, there's default. I've got the bush, which is the Y, X, and then, so the Y position of the bush, the scale, why have I got the Y position? I don't know, but the scale of the bush and the Y scale of the bush. Yeah, the Y scale and the X, yeah, and the Y position, there you go. Whew, right. And then I've got the bone. I've got the X and the Y scale of the bone, and that's the first bone. That's bone 1. There's 2 bones. There's the root bone and then bone 1. Right. Okay. So then I go to bush, and bush basically changes the scale of the bush. Ta-da! Right. Excellent. And then because I've got the freeze at the bottom, it scales upwards, rather than bush. And then I've got what I've got. I've got a grow. A grow, which is the bush, changing its Y position, and then I've got the bone, which changes its X scale and makes that taller. And because the top 2 little points on the thing, you know, so it goes up. Anyhow, so this is all great. So let me just quickly play that so we can see it happening. I was getting very excited. So here we go. So let me just do the bush. Fantastic! Look at that. So that's the bush getting bigger and then making it grow. I mean, that is just amazing. To me, that is amazing. Can't believe it. Let me just turn the volume on my bloody Vita thing. So then I was like, okay, well, let's try and just do some basic thing to the trunk and see what happens. So I deleted it just now. I'll add another one. So we'll call this one A grow, A wide grow. I'll call it A trunk. There we go, A trunk. and then I'm going to plonk that down here, and then on a trunk, I just want the top to get wider. So right now, let's go on here. We've got the bone one, we've got the scale X and Y. Y, for some reason I figured Y was vertical, but Y is actually doing that way, which feels X and Y, you know, but it's fine. So yeah, so I'll do a bit of Y. There's an airplane flying over right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on here. So I've got the Y of the bone, right? And then what I'll do is I will set this to, actually no, what I'll do very quickly is come in here. I don't know if there's an order of things, but I'm going to come in here, I'm going to put a number, I'm going to call this one trunk. Jesus, how many planes are going over right now? So we've got trunk, trunky wunk, and then if I go on the state machine, click here, I'll select a trunk, and I'll select trunk, right? Let's go back to trunk, and then I'll make this 50. No, I'll make it 80, right? So let's go back to the state machine and press play. Bush, excellent. Grow, excellent. Trunk, nothing. Nothing. And then sometimes when I do something around this third item, sometimes the grow or the bush will very slowly move up to the 100, and then when I drag it back again, it just doesn't do anything. But right now the trunk isn't doing this. And then guess what? If I stop this now, and let's just come back to design, the 80% stays here. It's like I edited it in design, and it's just not showing. So so if I now set this back to, I mean it's still at 30 right now. Let me change that to 80. 80. Look, it's gone. It's reset back to 30. Let's go back to a default. Bone 1 scale. Y is 30. I just don't understand. I don't understand. So that's why I'm asking this question. So, can anyone say what is going on there? Please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Anyhow. Yeah, see ya.